Enjoy our session this afternoon. So, welcome to the launch of Tadley District History Society's second book around Tadley people and places. It's a companion book to our first one around Tadley facts and fables, of which we sold 2,000. So I hope that you already have your copies. If we have a lot of inquiries, then it's just possible that we may do a reprint, because we have virtually sold out, apart from a few hardback and rather expensive copies that we still have. We have the pleasure today of welcoming our Mayor, Councillor Rose Wellman, and her Constable Tom. It's very nice to see them here. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for coming to attend our launch and celebration. We also have the pleasure of having Mr. Basingstoke, Arthur Atwood, who's struggled here. He's had quite a few months of illness, and we hope that he is feeling better. If you've seen the Gazette this week, on Friday, you'll know that he did a brilliant write-up for us, as he does. He's got a wonderful way of describing things. Thank you, Arthur, for coming. After the launch of our first book, there's a little bit of background. After the launch of our first book in November '99, we heaved a sigh of relief because we thought, it's 2 years' work, we finished it. But we finished it in time for the millennium, which was our main aim. It actually had been an attempt to cover 87 years of lack of history of Tadley. The history had been going on, of course, with the airfield, the Americans, the wartime days, and loads and loads of development since then. But apart from one pamphlet by a chap called Ernie Timber, who strongly supported one of the Tadley bands, there had been nothing since 1913, when Florence Davidson wrote the history of Tadley, and it went right back to the Stone Age days in her description. But we thought we'd better come a little more up to date, so we settled on producing a book based on information we'd gathered within a radius of 4 miles of Tadley Library. That was the first book, Fact and Fable, and some of the fables are quite interesting. And there is a copy of this in the Borough Council archives, this first book. As I say, we were relieved when we got to the date of the presentation, because we thought, well, we've done so much work, we really just wanted to sit back and relax for maybe 5 or 10 years until some more history happened, and then we could do another one. But in fact, we had so many photographs loaned to us for that book, which we haven't been able to use because it was largely descriptions of historical matters rather than pictures. But we felt a little embarrassed and decided that perhaps we ought to spend some time putting a photographic companion to the first book together, which is what we have today. I have to thank, as chairman, I certainly have to thank the whole team for all the work that they have put in, a great deal of hard work, gathering photographs, talking to people, filling in the information, trying to find out who that person on the left of the picture was, and we've reasonably succeeded. In particular, our project leader, Carol Stevens, really did work very hard, and we also particularly have to thank Ian Byrne, who's our expert desktop publisher, and he did arrange all the printing side for the book. But the whole team really does deserve a great deal of credit. So we went back to the grind again, and there we are. It took us a year and a bit this time, so perhaps we are improving. But there are still a lot of photographs outstanding, so you never know. If you encourage us enough, we might produce yet another book. But I think it will be 3 or 4 years yet. So we had the opportunity to publish this book due to the many kind people who showed us their photograph albums. If we hadn't had those available, we wouldn't have been able to do the book. But we've had so much help, it's really been very impressive. And we also, of course, needed the money. And we were lucky enough to get another lottery grant. We got a lottery grant for the first book, we got another lottery grant for this one, which paid approximately half the price of printing it, and we also had a considerable grant from Hampshire County Council. So we're very pleased about that. So, Madam Mayor, we presented a copy of Around Tandy, Fact and Fable to the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Marilyn Tucker, in 1999 for the archives of the Borough Council. We'd like to present you now with a copy of the latest book, also the archives of the Borough Council.
One that has put something in this book, provided photographs and everything for it, and I'm very, very pleased to be able to take it back to Basingstoke-on-Dean, and I'm sure it will be treasured there. And thank you all very, very much.
Read it.
I have been advised to read it first. Done that and expected me to buy one.
And since Hampshire County Council gave us some money, we rather felt that we ought to present a copy to them, as we did with the first book. Now, fortunately, we have with us Don Allen, who's chairman of the Education Committee, I believe. So, Don, would you come and accept this on behalf of the County Council? You'll have to put it in their archives and buy one of your own.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to accept it on behalf of the county. And in case there's any doubt, I told Sheila before it came out, I'd like to buy one for Christmas.
We also have one for, of course, our own local council. Oh, no, you've done the wrong one. We'll swap it in a minute. Tandy Town Council, we felt they ought to know, they ought to know what's been going on in the area for quite a few years. And I believe our new deputy clerk has come along. Hello. Introduce yourself, because probably most people don't know you yet.
I think some of you know me. I'm Nikki Barry, I'm the new Deputy Town Clerk, and I'd like to thank you for the invitation.
Pleasure, right. Well, have a word with Don. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. I'm sure you'll find the presentations interesting, which have been prepared by a number of people. We do have these sort of presentations fairly frequently, usually at fetes and things of that nature. So we're still around for quite a while yet, maybe 100 years or so. Of course, the one person who already has his book is Arthur Atwood. Otherwise, I couldn't have written the beautiful write-up that he did for us. Thank you very much, everybody. Do take advantage of all the canapes and the wine that's around. Have a look at the photographs, and most important, do buy the book.
We're on now. Thank you.